Another time.
You want to see me dance?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit.
Sometime? All right.
Yeah,
you want to dance with me or should
What's up?
you want to dance with me?
All right, sure. You show me something real quick?
All right, I got you. All right. Here. Little partner dance, all
I got
right?
2 left feet, yeah.
You just take one step back.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Be back in the middle.
All right.
And then, boom, yeah.
go.
And it's basically that. That's just the basics of salsa, baby. You just keep that and you stick with the beat, all right?
Hey, Sean Lang here with Pro Wrestling Enforcer to my right. El Sazon.
Yeah.
Angel Escalera.
Yeah.
Freelance Underground. How you doing, my friend?
Doing good, man. You should be my ring announcer.
Oh, yo,
Yeah, you
I
should be
know.
my personal ring announcer. That was good.
I don't
Got me
know.
hyped.
I know. I need to learn Spanish first, though.
Oh, yeah?
If I'm fluent in Spanish, then I will.
Yeah, well, don't worry. I'm not fluent either.
Oh, no?
Yeah, I speak a little bit,
Okay.
50-50. You know, I grew up speaking Spanglish, so I mean,
Okay.
I'm a little there. I could understand better than I could speak, and I could write pretty fluently, but like when it comes to speaking, I understand that, man. But
Yeah,
it's all good. It's all good.
Lovely. Well, how you doing? I mean, we've seen you in Freelance Underground, Freelance, also Zello Pro.
Right,
and
yeah.
Back in the day, you're also a different character.
Yeah.
Yeah, so talk about that because we saw you in a Guy Lucha. I got to see you in Guy Lucha before.
Yeah.
And some of the other promotions as well. You were the Drip King.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Drip King character. So, going even further back, when I first started wrestling, I wrestled under the name Rocket, and it was basically a character that was given to me by a previous promotion that I worked for, and that's kind of like where I really started, you know, obviously. But not obviously. But I started growing with that character and like trying to figure it out, but
Right.
it's something that wasn't me, it was given to me, so I wasn't able to fully click with it, if that makes sense. So when I started growing more in my career and I started branching out a lot more, I felt like I was in a better position to be able to figure out who I am and what I would want to do and just, you know, build a character that is comfortable with me. So I started this business recently called Indie Anthems, and the business is basically to make wrestling theme songs for wrestlers. So I've been producing for almost 9 years now. So the Drip King character, when the song Ric Flair Drip by the Migos came out, I was listening to it and I was like, man, that'd be cool if I could like do like a modern day spin on Ric Flair's gimmick with like the Gucci and like the chains and stuff like that. And me being a producer, a music producer, and making hip hop and trap and like other genres of music, I was like, I could definitely relate to that more than just like some superhero character,
Right,
you know,
right.
because I make music. I've worked with like local rappers here in Chicago. Like
Awesome.
I'm familiar with that, you know. So that's where that character came from. Ric Flair Drip was the inspiration, and I rode with that character for a good year and a half. It started 2019, and it ended right as I made my Zello debut.
Okay.
In August, I believe that was that Zello show. So my new character now, El Sazon Angel Escalera, it is completely me. It is just me escalated to 10. I love to dance. I grew up in Puerto Rican, from the Humboldt Park side of Chicago, Illinois. You know, we like to dance and stuff. So every time there was a family gathering, I would dance with my grandmother, my cousins, my aunts. You know, they would teach me how to dance. And I always really fell in love with my culture. So El Sazon, the reason why I chose that specific name is because Sazon is a food seasoning.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what it is. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to be El Sazon because I bring flavor to my matches. Ya tú sabes, you know what I mean? Yeah, so that's why I'm El Sazon, because I bring the flavor. I bring the spunk, you know, I bring that spice, that little picante. So that's where that came from. But then the whole gimmick with me dancing, that just stems from my culture. Being around my family, dancing salsa, and just having a good time. Because I know a lot of people may or may not compare me to like Fandango, because, you know, he had the dancing gimmick.
Yes.
But what I would say to that is Fandango, his dancing gimmick, for one, it didn't have culture behind it. Mine does. Salsa is very heavy in Puerto Rico. And for the second thing, his style of dancing was more ballroom salsa, like the fancier, like more proper, like type of style. But mine is like the more like grungy, like in the streets type of like Puerto Rican salsa style. So those are just like the differences between me and him. But yeah, so that's how I basically started this new gimmick, and it's honestly like worked best for me. I feel like myself, and that's what it really should be. So when I debuted it at Zello back in August, it literally was like a kind of a iffy thing because I had my gear bag with my Drip King gear in it, but I wasn't sure if I was going to receive my Fuerza gear for the new gimmick, the El Sazon gimmick. But an hour before the show started, Fuerza gear delivered my tights and I was able to fully start my El Sazon gimmick, and I was happy to, because that was a very reputable, notable, amazing promotion, and I wanted to give them my best. And the Drip King character, while it was good for a season, this character that I am now, which is mainly me, this is my best, you know, so I wanted to give that to them. I hope I didn't ramble on for too long.
No, you're fine. You're good. We love it. We love hearing all about this, and that's why I can't, you know, imagine. It's just like you're coming out, you're being more original. This is what we know you more professional wrestling,
right?
Know?
Yeah.
More original characters, more original gimmicks, which leads to more like original content.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like a lot of what I noticed for like a lot of the newer guys, they try to. I did this too. So. A lot of people that are newer in the sense of like they're in their first year. I'm still a rookie. I have a lot left to learn. You know, I'm only 4 years in. I have a long journey ahead of me. But a lot of the newer guys, including me, when I first started, we tend to look at our favorite professional wrestler. Like for me, it was AJ Styles, and like I want to like really mimic AJ Styles, especially in that rocket gimmick. So like I would really try to mirror him and stuff. And like people would always say, "Oh, you remind me of AJ Styles." And at first, I thought that was cool. But then someone pulled me aside, and they're like, "Hey, if you're reminding them of another wrestler, you're not unique, you know?"
Sure.
Because people are looking for uniqueness. And there's already one AJ Styles in the world. There doesn't need to be another, you know? So there's always kind of that little struggle, but eventually everybody finds their path, you know?
Definitely. And then talk about now, you know, Freelance Underground. You had a chance to wrestle Kylie Rae. You know, you're training with her, obviously. So on a personal note, how much fun was that for you?
Oh, man. So I told Kylie after the match, I told her, I was like, you know, back in 2018, like when I first started coming to like freelance shows and helping out and stuff, like the match that I seen her in, I'm blanking on which one it was, but like from the first time I seen her, I was like, dude, this is like someone I really want to wrestle. Kylie is a beautiful storyteller, a great, phenomenal athlete, a phenomenal wrestler, and she's not even, in my opinion, she's not even one of the best female wrestlers in the world. She's one of the best wrestlers in the world, period. Like, it's the way she's able to tell a story in all of her matches is just such a beautiful thing to witness and to be a part of that. I told her it was a dream match of mine ever since 2018, and for it to like actually happen, I didn't know who I was wrestling up until like 2 days before the show. So when I asked the promoter for Freelance Underground, I was like, "Hey, who am I wrestling?" He told me, he's like, "You're wrestling Kylie Rae." I was like, "Oh, no way!"
Yes.
So
Yes,
as her being my trainer, I've got to grow a lot with her teaching me. Obviously, like I said, unbiasedly, she's one of the best wrestlers in the world. So learning and picking her brain and like getting her critiques, as well as her fiance Isaiah's critiques and Bryce Benjamin, they've really molded me into the wrestler that I am today and the wrestler that I'm going to become. So all credit to them, because without them, I wouldn't nearly be where I'm at today, like by a long shot. So with that match, it was a very important match to me. After the match, I felt like really wired. It was so surreal. I was like, dang, did that really happen? But it did. I can confidently say, like, I wrestled Kylie Rae. I wrestled a dream match, you know? And to get it so soon into my career, that was a real blessing. You know, so that match meant a lot to me.
You know, talk about incorporating the dance into your wrestling matches where you invite your opponent.
Yeah.
I mean, some wrestlers may not want to, you know, go that extra mile, but Cole Radrick did.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a great match too, by the way.
Oh yeah. Man, Cole that was a match that really challenged me as well as Kylie. Like Cole Radrick, everything he's doing now, he deserves every single booking, every single shout out, everything. That guy, that's a guy that you can have a great match with. He is a guy that you get in the ring with, he'll take care of you, man. We connected in the ring in a way that I didn't expect. And not to like mention any names, but there was a couple people that came up to me after the match with Cole Radrick, and they admitted to me, they're like, you know, for your match, when it was announced, we didn't really think much of it. We thought it was going to be like the sleeper match, or just the match that was going to be like, all right, well, this is a transition match to this. But the reception of it was way better than what I expected it to be. And, you know, I'm really thankful for the opportunity to have wrestled Cole, and I hope to get a part 2, because I would love to wrestle Cole again. I know he'd probably want another piece of me again, but Yeah, that match, outside of the Kylie Rae match, that match really redefined my career specifically, and it showed a lot of people that not to underestimate me, because with the Freelance Academy, I've been the one that's kind of like I don't want to like say like been lacking behind, but like you see Davey Bang and August Matthews and Trevor Outlaw and Jacob Dean, they're doing like all these things that they're established in Zello, established in freelance, you know, and I've always been the one that's been trying to keep up with them. So to finally be able to prove myself, I think Cole Radrick was the perfect partner for me in order to do that, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity. It was nothing but humbling to be able to wrestle Cole and Kylie, and they taught me a lot, and I can't wait to learn so much more.
For sure, and then talk about also the other big match you had, Coda Hernandez at the Fight Forever GCW.
Oh yeah,
It was a triple threat.
Yeah, it was a triple threat. Me, August Matthews, and Coda. So, funny thing about that match, actually, that you say, I was just out for lunch, and I brought that match up on my phone, and me and the boys, we were watching that match. We were talking about Fight Forever, so that's funny that you bring that match up. We were literally just watching it. That match, man, I never thought I would wrestle for GCW, in all honesty. Not because I don't want to or anything. Of course I would want to. GCW is probably the biggest promotion, indie promotion in America, and one of the top promotions in the world. I didn't think that I would get that opportunity to wrestle for them, and the fact that I did, it was another one of those like surreal moments. I was like, man, this is really a blessing here, you know. So to be able to wrestle with August and Coda, we put our all into that match. We're friends, you know, we're boys, we train together, but for that match, we're like, you know what? We all love each other, but someone's got to win this match, you know? So we went at it, we gave it our all, and I'll tell you this though, if we get GCW again, compared to where we were in January and where we are now, we're gonna blow the roof off the place.
And what time did you have to compete at?
Oh man, I think it was 4. Yeah, it was 4 in the morning. Wow. We had to compete at 4 in the morning in Philadelphia, so we were a little bit tired. But Davey came up with like a bunch of bangs. He's like, here. So we all took a can of bang. Went to the venue. We were all ready. And then, yeah, we went out there, we gave our best, and yeah, I was really happy with how the match went and really grateful for the opportunity, and I look forward to hopefully in the future working for them again.
For sure, and talk about Davey Bang, you know, guys coming up at the Freelance Academy together, you wrestled them at Zello Pro, Summer Zello, at the baseball field.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Davey is he's a really good friend of mine. He's definitely someone I consider like a brother. I don't want to get too personal here, but a couple months ago I got kicked out of my house. Just me and my dad had a disagreement, and David, I reached out to him and I told him my situation, and he gave me a place to stay for a month. And he opened up his home to me. He opened up his refrigerator to me, and he gave me a place to stay during those hard times. So me and David we're really good friends, and I'll take a bullet for that guy any day. He's a really good guy, and he deserves everything that he has coming to him. And as for that match, as soon as I found out we were wrestling, I'm like, oh, I'm beating the hell out of him. So yeah, we went out there. It was a fun match. I was glad to finally be able to wrestle him, because ever since we known each other, we always wanted to wrestle each other like in a singles match, because you either wrestle each other in a tag match or like a triple threat or fatal 4-way, but we were finally able to get that like one-on-one. So since we were able to do that, we went all out, and we were able to main event that show. So yeah, I was really happy with the match. We had a lot of fun, and I look forward to fighting him again, because I love beating up David. And he beat me that match, so I want a rematch. I know I can get him. I know his number. I just came up short. You know, I felt a little sick. You know, my stomach was a little rumbly. No, I'm just kidding. No, he earned that victory.
Yeah,
but
you didn't have the time to clear it out, right?
Oh yeah, we're fine. But yeah.
So talk about, you know, what's next for you. Obviously, we have a big match. We don't know, at least we don't know who you're fighting tonight. The Freelance Underground phase in the beginning.
Yeah.
So talk about it.
Well, I'm definitely ready to phase in. I'm definitely coming off a great last 2 matches at Freelance Underground with Cole Radrick and Kylie Rae. I'm definitely hyped for tonight. Like I said, those 2 matches were very humbling, but that doesn't mean I didn't build up confidence. I know what I'm capable of. I know I can hang with the best in the world. So you know what? Whoever I'm wrestling tonight, I hope they're ready for me.
A lot of great talent, you know. Jacob
yeah.
Dean is here, is going to be here. Also, I was thinking of talent, you know, Lee Moriarty,
Oh,
Ray,
yeah.
but that's only one night.
Yeah,
so
Lee is phenomenal.
could you imagine wrestling Lee tonight
Oh,
one of those
man.
days?
Yeah, if I wrestle Lee, I'm definitely in for a big challenge. You know, one of the styles that I've been studying is that really technical grappling style as of late. Because Isaiah, he has a very, very, very smart mind when it comes to technical wrestling and just wrestling in general. So I've been trying to work on that. I've studied Lee's matches. I study a lot of Jonathan Gresham's matches when it comes to grappling and figuring out the body. Alex Shelley. So if I get Lee, I'm gonna be in for a ride. But you know, I've practiced, so hopefully I can hold my own. You know?
We can't let out the woman. You know, we have Lainey Luck, we have Blair Onyx, we have you know, Kelly Cassidy. So you know, there's just no shortage of opponents.
Oh yeah,
If you were get called upon to fight the woman.
Yeah, these hands are gender neutral, man. I dance with everybody. So if I get Lainey, if I get Blair, if I get anybody, they're gonna be in for a run for their money, because regardless if I win or lose, I'm always bringing the fight, and I'm always bringing my unique style of dance. All right. So whoever I'm facing, they better be ready for me, because I know I'm gonna be ready for them.
Definitely. Well, I appreciate you, El Sazon, Angel Escalera, being on the show. Tell us how we can follow you on the social media. And hey, man, you have to show us some dance moves one time.
Oh,
another
you
time.
want to see me dance?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit.
Sometime? All right.
Yeah,
you want to dance with me or should
What's up?
you want to dance with me?
All right, sure. You show me something real quick.
All right, I got you. All right, here. Little partner dance,
I got
all
2
right?
left feet, yeah.
You just take 1 step back.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Me back in the middle.
All right.
And then, boom, yeah.
Yeah,
And it's basically that. That's just the basics of salsa, baby. You just keep that and you stick with the beat, all right? Yeah, there you go.
Angel Escalera, we appreciate you being on the
Thank
show
you, brother.
anytime, brother. Plug your social media for us.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram. That's the main social media platform I use. @elsazon_official. It's the same for my Twitter. It's @elsazon_official, or just look up Angel Escalera and you should see this pretty face pop up.
Awesome. Appreciate you as always.